Hello everyone. We have another Math Olympiad questions to work on. In this question, you've been asked to find the value of x. X to the power of 4 plus x squared is equals to given. This is what you're being given. And you're required to find the value of x. In this case, let's start solving this question. Here, very first step, what I would like to do, as long as it's 20 on the side of the equation, I will just go ahead and take away 20 from both sides. So that's gonna give us x to the power of 4, x squared minus 20 is equal to 20 minus 20 is 0. So we have this. But to be able to factor these numbers, we need to split 20 into 16 plus 4. Why is 16 plus 4? Because 16 is 2 to the power of 4. And 4, x squared minus 4 will come into the equation. In this part of the problem, and this is what you were supposed to just see and apply. So technically, instead of 20, I'm going to write 16 plus 4. And I just explained why did I select 16 and 4 for 20. So when we come down to here, we're going to, again, regroup the numbers. So this is going to be x to the power of 4 and minus 16. Let's put 16 next to the x to the power of 4 and plus x squared. When you distribute this negative sign into parentheses, it's going to become a negative 4, not a positive 4. Please be careful with that. So in this case, what do we have? We have a difference of 2 squares. Remember the formula for it. X squared minus y squared is x plus y times x minus y. So this is the common in Math Olympiads to solve any questions with this formula, which is differences of 2 squares. So in this point, just take a look at it and try to see the points here. So x to the power of 4 and 16. Can we rewrite x to the power of 4 as x to the power of 2 to the power of 2? So technically, x to the power of 4 is what numbers squared? X squared is x to the power of 4. Minus, this is going to be 4 squared. Let me put that in another parenthesis. Plus x squared minus 4 equals 0. I can hear that some of you saying that maybe why you didn't write it down x squared minus 4 as x plus 2 and x minus 2 yet. On purpose, I'm waiting on that, but on this part of the problem, I'm going to continue with a different color of pen to show you this is a really important point for our solution. X squared plus 4. If you will do the difference of two squares here, it's going to become x squared plus 4. X squared minus 4 plus x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. What's common in both of these terms? We have two terms in these. And so now I believe you see that why I didn't write down difference of two squares formula for the x squared minus 4. So let's factor x squared minus 4 out. And what we're gonna have here, x squared plus 4 from the first term is coming, and plus x squared minus 4 is just by itself. Then we'll just put 1 for that. Let's combine the terms now. like terms here in the parentheses, we have 4m. 1 x squared plus 5 is equal to 0. You are almost done actually in this part of the problem. You can see that x squared minus 4 is equal to 0, which means that now let's go ahead and do the you've been asked for it to do. Let's rewrite the difference of two squares now for this. X plus 2 times x minus 2 is equal to 0. So then x plus 2 must be equal to 0. In there, we will get negative 2 for the x. And x minus 2 will be also equal to 0. In this case, we will get x as 2. So we have one of the value of x as negative 2. The other value is positive 4. I mean positive 2. Sorry about that. That went up. And we just solve the left side of the equation. But we have still on the other side, which is x squared plus 5 is equal to 0. So x squared plus 5 is equal to 0. Let's take away 5 from each side to isolate the x squared. Then x squared will become negative 5. So if you're talking about square something is, if it is equal to negative, you're talking about complex numbers, not the, this is important. So to solve it in our next step, let me show you in different color. You have to take a square root of both sides. If you're taking a square root of even number, if the root is not written in this root, the degree of the root is 2, and if they are even and they're equal, this has to be absolute value of x. Negative, oops, the negative was inside of the square root, like this, okay? So then, what is x then? If it's square root of, if you will just take about, if you're talking about, we have an absolute value you can have positive or negative value in this case. You can say plus or minus root negative 5. And which is, if you will just write them separately, plus root 5 for the root negative 1. What do we put in complex numbers? E. Okay. And the other one is negative. You can write E in front of the root, doesn't matter, but you can just do this way as well. Negative I times root 5. This is positive root 5i. This is negative I times root 5. So we have, this is our third solution for the x. And this one is the last one. So we found the values as negative 2, 2. Actually, this was the fifth one, the positive value. Root 5i and negative root 5i. 5i. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Hope to see you around. Have a good one.